out. That's the big game going in New Orleans. Yeah.
Okay.
That, of course, means parties and food, but why not skip the chips and dip and try some cheese with your beer instead?
Is there anything that beer does not go with?
No. Fine cheese doesn't just get paired with fine wine. Your favorite brew works just as well. And to show us that, Tonda Corriente. I don't know what's going on. I promise you I have not touched any of this beer. From Tonda's Kitchen.
Not yet.
To show us. All right, so
How are you?
I'm doing really well, except for my mouth now.
Well, maybe you just need to like suck on that for a little bit. And then
Yeah, I think maybe I don't.
Oh.
Maybe that's the question.
Loosen up.
Get you back up to neutral.
Right. So what are we talking about here?
Well, the one of the hottest trends in 2013 is definitely beer and cheese. So what I decided to bring today is a beer cheese fondue that I made. Very, very simple. Basically, I just take a little bit of garlic and I rub the inside of the pan just to kind of get the garlic flavor infused. And then you just add any beer that you like. I chose something a little bit darker just to kind of give it a little bit of a more robust flavor. But you can do really any beer in your fridge. Add a little bit of dry mustard, a little bit of Worcestershire, a little bit of hot sauce, any kind of really hot sauce. And then you can take a cheddar, and I used a Gruyere or a Comté or any kind of Swiss. Really can just be, to your flavor and to your consistency. I use, this is about 8 ounces here and about 8 ounces here.
Okay.
I do have the recipe up, and of course you can go to tondaskitchen.com and you can find all kinds of fun recipes. But then you just really kind of infuse the cheeses together, a little bit of flour to kind of help thicken it, and you've got yourself a delightful dish for the holidays.
Yeah, Rob, if this had been bigger, Rob would have dove in it earlier, so I have to tell you that right now.
Now, Tom, I have to ask you, Tom, because I know you also grew up in Maryland. In Maryland, we did this, and my mom used to make this for football every Sunday.
Why not?
And I tell people that down here, and they tell me I'm crazy.
Oh, no way.
Cheese.
We didn't.
Did you do that?
No, we did not make fondue. I think I had fondue for the first time when I was in college.
Really?
Well,
yeah, we used to do this every football Sunday.
Well, then there you go. And I'll tell you what, you can just bring the trends right on back because fondue is where it's at, beer and cheese is where it's at, cheese is always where it's at.
You know what's amazing too, by the way, that I didn't know until I moved to Central Florida, and even years after I was here, I found this out. The melting pot, which kind of started the national fondue craze, started in Maitland. Yeah,
I didn't realize they were
the original
first.
melting pot was in Maitland until, 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, I know in Central Florida, having grown up here my whole life, you don't think of fondue and not think of the melting pot.
Right.
So, a little plug to them.
But they're not here with us.
No, they're
Tonda
not.
from Tonda's Kitchen is.
Awesome. Well,
Tonda,
nice
we
to
really
have you.
appreciate it. This is absolutely great stuff for this little game that's going. Why is this one in front of you already empty? All right. Coming up on Good Day Orlando, a local school district strapped for cash says your kids may have to pay to play. How much it could cost them soon to play their favorite sports. David.